Okay, folks, it's time for me to do another attempt, hopefully the video works this time, of setting up an assembly file for Turbonator LM and Turbonator SMEC. Let me go get the files. I'll start completely from scratch. I got to make it in a little bit shorter time so I can cram it onto YouTube. Okay, Turbonator LM. And download the source. Okay, back up, Turbonator SMEC. Download this. Okay, close out of here. Here is Turbonator LM, Turbonator SMEC. Let me do Turbonator LM first. Extract. Okay. Okay, inside we have a handful of files, and this is your most important file right here, the assembly file. This is what you edit to make the calibrations. You edit this, enter in a few bits of data, and hit this batch, MS-DOS batch file right here, and it makes the files that you need to make a calibration. Open that up. I have all my stuff set to automatically open, all my assembly files to automatically open in Notepad, so I can go in and edit what I need to. Okay, up at the top, you got a bunch of revisions, what was added and what was changed and whatnot. And go past all that stuff. The first thing you need to edit, if Turbonator LM is set up to do both 2.2 and 2.5 liter engines. Rob entered the information into this assembly file, so it'll be correct for each. You have to pick which engine you want. I typically run 2.5 liters, and that's how you select it. If you want 2.5 liters, you put a 1 after it. Okay? If you want 2.2 liters, you put a 1 after 2.2. The next thing you have to adjust for is what map sensor you're running. Map 2-bar, stock, 3-bar, and because James Reeves and Warren Hall both wanted to be able to run a 4-bar map sensor for more boost above 29 psi, Warren went in and scaled every value to be correct for a 4-bar map sensor, every value that needs to be scaled. Typically, most people are going to run 3 bars, so I will set it up for that. Put a 1 after the map sensor that you want. Okay? Next thing you have to change, and the last thing you have to change to make a Turbonator LM cal, is what transmission you have. I have all manual transmissions, so I leave it at manual transmission. Okay? There's some other stuff down here that you do not have to change, and don't change it. It won't do anything. It could cause problems. Earlier you used to have to change the automatic stuff down here, but not anymore. Okay? Those 3 things: the displacement, what motor you're running, what map sensor, and what transmission you're using, are the only things you need to change to set up a Turbonator LM cal. Let me go back up to the top. Okay? Go back up to the top, hit save. It saved those changes you made. Go back out here. To build the calibration files, you need to run this MS-DOS batch file. This one right here. Okay? Double click, hit run. Okay? It tells you what it does on the screen here. Press any key to continue twice. Now, when I ran that batch file, it created Turbonator LM, the bin file. This is the file that you actually burn to the chip to run on your car. Turbonator CalX file. This is to open up in Chem 2, and the table file to open the calibration up in Decal. Okay. You need these 2 files together in the same folder with the same name to open this calibration up in Chem 2. You need these 2 files, bin and table file, in the same folder with the same name to open the calibration up in Decal. That's all you need to do for the setup with the assembly file. 3 changes and run a batch file. Okay, let's move on to Turbonator SMEC. It gets a little more complicated with Turbonator SMEC. I will extract, I will unzip this. Okay, move it up here. Okay, inside you see similar files, but you have a lot more to pick from. Here's your assembly file. You're going to have to edit things in here. Now, all these files, Maserati 16 valve, 2.2 liter manual transmission Mopar performance cal, 2.2 liter stock manual transmission, 2.5 liter automatic Mopar performance, 2.5 liter automatic stock, 2.5 liter custom G-head automatic cal, 2.5 liter manual transmission Mopar performance, and 2.5 liter manual transmission stock. These are templates. With the SMEC code that Rob set up, it was getting too complicated. Like the Turbonator LM, you know how you just pick between 2.2 and 2.5? Well, there's a bunch of other iterations in the SMEC code. These templates are used to start out with the correct code base for what car or what motor you have. Now, all of that is editable inside here. So, we're going to edit this file right here. Again, open up a notepad, and again, a bunch of revision history. You can read through that if you want to see what's been changed and errors that have been fixed and whatnot. Okay, come down to your first thing you need to change. 2 or 3 bar map sensor. Same as the LM. Change the one after the description that you want, and then scroll down some more. Now, here's where this template file comes into play. The ones I just explained, all those different files that were in the folder. If you look down here, there's a list of them. There's actually more of them, but these are the only. You could take the file name out of here and paste it in. But these are the ones that are listed inside here. You have more options, though they're not all listed. You just have to manually copy this name into where I'm going to show you. You need to copy it. Okay, see this line right here? Define cal data file. This is where you type in the file name of what template you want to use. Let's say you have, just for kicks, a 2.5 liter automatic car. Well, you see you have a 2.5 liter SMEC, 2.5 liter automatic Mopar performance cal. Let's try that. So you copy just the file name. You don't need the whole .asm. You just need this part. So copy, and then we're going to paste it into here. Okay, paste. Now let's go back down. So now, first thing we changed, let me page up, we changed the map sensor, we changed the calibration template file right there. This is a 2.5 automatic Mopar performance base. And our injectors, we can change our injector flow rate right here. You got a list of stock injectors and part numbers and whatnot. Most everybody's going to be running plus 40s, so 52 pound per hour. If you had 72 pound per hour, you would type in 72 right there. And then a bunch of stuff that you really don't need to edit. This is purely informational. You don't have, this won't change the calibration in any way, even though it says 16 pounds and 52. It's just saying I made this calibration and I made it for 18 pound or 16 pound in this case, or 52 or 72s, just for information, so you can run back in here and when you look at the cal later, you're like, oh, this is what I set it up to be. I know I forget sometimes when I make a cal months ago, and then I don't get to use it until later, and I basically have to start over from scratch because I forgot what I was doing. Okay, that's it. Injectors, cal data file, the template, and 3-bar or 2-bar map. Okay, scroll up to the top, file, save. Come out here and run this TSMEC version 15 MS-DOS batch file. Okay, it changes the checksum so you don't get weird errors, and it creates the same files as before: bin, calx, and table file. That's it.